guys, welcome back to another weekly rotations video. This is now number 12 in this new series I've started since the beginning of the year, just showing you everything I've worn from the beginning of the week to the end, day or night. And some of these things are designers, some are niche, but most of them are cheapies because that's what I do enjoy collecting and what this channel is about. Let's start off on the first day of the work week, which is last Monday. It's one that I have a little travel decant of, wore it, I'm about to wear the whole thing out, and I really like it. Kind of had to work up getting a full bottle of this one, but it is from Carolina Herrera, and this is Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. So it still keeps the same kind of freshness, blue feel as the original Cobalt, but adds a hefty dose of vanilla, a lot more of that truffle note. It's very earthy. It has a good bit of a deeper kind of aspect to it, more suited for the colder weather, but I think it's perfect for springtime, fall, and the winter time. I think you probably could do this on cooler summer nights, but this is an amazing performer, lasts all day, very loud projection. Really, really good. Like I said, I want to work up for the full-size ball of this one, but I think I kind of want to give the original Cobalt another chance since I really didn't like it as much as I like this one. Then on that Tuesday, had a warmer day. It started really warming up where I am now this past week, and decided to wear one that is a staple in the kind of summer, hot weather kind of season, especially when it comes to designers. It is none other from Giorgio Armani, and this is Acqua di Gio, but this is Profondo. And this is the older original formulation of Profondo. I happened to get this before they did the new 2024-2025 reformulation. It is, a lot of people say this is probably the better, I guess, rendition of Acqua di Gio. Some people say it's the most wearable, it's more modern smelling, but it definitely is more modern, has a slight designer-esque sweetness to it, not overly sweet, but you can definitely tell it's more mass appealing in there. It's more green, has more of those mineralic, oceanic kind of vibes and notes in it, making this, like I said, a lot more almost earthy stone kind of quality, but not overly so. More, like I said, marine kind of quality, more aromatic, has way more of a, almost a classed up kind of vibe as well. Probably gonna appeal more to guys that are younger in middle age rather than what the older Acqua di Gio was, which had a little bit of a 90s retro kind of feel. But you don't really get that much florals in this. You get more aromatics, you get more of a herbaceous kind of feel. It's a really, really good formulation. I really do like it. The only thing with this one is I don't get amazing performance with it. It's pretty regular. I think this is only an eau de toilette, maybe an eau de parfum concentration, but it has maybe about like 6 hours longevity with a medium to intimate projection as it goes on. Of course, that depends on how you wear it and how hot it is, but still really, really good. Haven't tried the new formulation, haven't tried the parfum version of this either, but really want to try it out and see what it's like. But I do like this one. I'm running very low in the bottle, so maybe at some point I'll have to try to either get up an older one or see what the newer batches are like. And then that Wednesday, I wore one that is one that I've hyped up on this channel, especially last year, my last year spring video. Really like this one. You don't see this one talked about a whole lot, even though it's from a reputable brand, which is John Varvatos. And this is one you don't see a whole lot, but this is XX Indigo. This is kind of like their version and take on a blue style fragrance with a little bit of a twist. Has a noticeable mint note on the top, which is very sweet, very fresh and brisk and airy. Very, very well appealing. It also has a white poppy note in here, which gives it kind of a little interesting floral aspect. Of course, you have a lot of aromatics in this, a lot of spiciness. I think it's like pink pepper or Himalayan pepper or something like that in here. Very, very well appealing, very classy. Always said to me that this smelled like kind of like a white picket fence, kind of tea party kind of vibe, very classed up. I know Ross from TLTG Reviews loves this one. He says this is like the upscale version of Versace Dylan Blue, which is one of his favorite blue fragrances, but it's really, really good. Not the best performance though, of course, that's come, par of the course with John Varvatos fragrances. They don't usually have the best longevity or projection, but this one actually does pretty well with me. I got easily 5+ hours with it, with a medium to a little bit of intimate projection, but it still lasted very well. I can still smell it all through the day. And with these kind of fragrances, I tend to overspray anyway, just to get that little extra push, but it's still really good. You can find this for ultra cheap now until like $40 or under, which is really good for this fragrance. Again, very well blended, very well put together, very smooth. Like I said, very, very classy. I really, really love this one, and it's very underrated. And then that night I had to go to church and help my youth group and do some other music stuff and all that. And decided to wear one that I haven't worn a whole lot, and I didn't really know that it was discontinued until I started doing some research on it. But it's by Mont Blanc, and it is Star Walker Extreme. So this isn't my original bottle that I used to have when I talked about it on the channel. I actually sold that bottle and had to try to dig and dig and dig, which is when I found out it was discontinued. Happened to find this at rack stores, which are popping up again, and had to buy it immediately and forgot how good it was. This is an amazing, amazing fragrance. It smells nothing like the original Star Walker. The original Star Walker is very woody, citric green, but this one is very fruity, citrus, sweet, a little powdery, a lot of tonka bean, has a good bit of like a marine, oceanic, aquatic note in there. It very much gives you vibes of things like Jimmy Choo Man, Coach for Men, and what mixed with like Chanel's Allure Sport Eau Extreme with that heavy, powdery, creamy sweetness in there with the tonka bean. It matches along with between all of those perfectly. It has a very, very nice designer quality about it. For being so inexpensive, I think you can find bottles for this now, which I've seen at Ross for like $29.99, which is a steal, even maybe even less than that, which is even more of a steal because of how well this thing is put together. Very, very versatile. I mean, almost all year round, day or night. It works especially good in the summertime, dressed up or dressed down, formal or casual. It's an amazing, amazing scent. Highly recommend this, especially now that it's discontinued. If you ever want to get your nose on this, you better go ahead and get it now. That Thursday was a little bit of a cooler day, and I decided to wear one that I talked about before. It's not one that's super cheap, even though you now can find it at rack stores for a pretty good price. I've seen it a lot at TJ Maxx, which is where I got this one. It is from Dolce & Gabbana, and I think it is the best in the one line. It is One Eau de Parfum Intense. This is absolutely the upgrade to the original, the One EDP or EDT. It is so sexy. It is so, so good. Way more of an oriental feel with this. A lot of cardamom, has a good bit of like a sweet, almost sugary lemon note on the top with a lot of woods. I think there's a cedar wood dominance in this. Like I said, there's that cardamom spiciness. Like I said, very oriental. And the performance with this is way better than the EDT or EDP version of the one. Way more than that. Easily 2 to 3 hours more with a medium to loud projection for the first little bit of the fragrance. Again, depends on how much you spray, but the longevity on this, I had this to last all day. Even on the subtle kind of nature on the end, it still lasted easily like 6+ hours. Really, really good. Like I said, the upgrade to the one line, I think it's the best one. I know even Aaron Terrence Hughes on his channel gave this a 10 out of 10, which is phenomenal because he's a very critical, reviewer. He's also a perfumer and he has certain styles he goes with, but this is absolutely incredible. I think you can find this now, this size here, which I think is like a 50 mil at TJ Maxx for like $69.99, maybe a little more than that, which I think I actually got this for $59.99 because there wasn't a price tag on it and they just gave it to me compared to other things. So I got a steal with this one, but really, really good. Again, the upgrade, best one of the whole line of the one, in my opinion. Then that Friday, went to work and decided to wear one that you wouldn't normally think was something you could wear in March, but it was a little bit of a cooler day, and because of the aromatic nature of this, I think it still matched, and I really enjoyed it all day. It is from Bentley, and this is Bentley for Men, the original one, not the intense version, the original. The reason I chose the original is because this has way more aromatic, herbaceous, almost a bitter kind of green nature to it with a noticeable bay leaf note on the top, has way more of a sweet booziness with it, not as smoky, not as leathery or as dense as the intense version. This is way more of a lighter, like sweet boozy note. Still keeps a lot of the ambery kind of warmth in it, but it's definitely the sweeter of the two. Absolutely lovely. This thing is amazing. I don't think it's talked about enough as much as the intense version. This really needs to get a lot more love and appreciation. It has amazing performance, medium to loud projection for majority of the fragrance, and lasted me almost all day, even into the nighttime. So easy like 6+ hours, maybe 7+ hours. Really, really good. Again, great quality, great kind of feel to it. I mean, it's very high quality, very well blended. Natalie Lorson did this one as well as the intense version. So you know it's gonna be something really well put together for a really good price, but absolutely love it. Like I said, the original version needs a lot more love and appreciation. And that nighttime, decided to get the wife and the new baby with me, and we decided just to go out, even though they didn't really go out because he hasn't had his shots yet. They just wanted to ride around and go wherever I went. I went to TJ Maxx, went to Ross, went to do a Walmart pickup, and they stayed in the car with me and just have a little night together, even though we really couldn't get out and about. Just wanted to have a good time. And I decided to wear one that I don't know if it was the right time for it, but it was a little cooler in the day around that time. And I love this one. It's my favorite as far as I know in the line that it's in. It's one I picked up for a really good price at Ross. It is from Ralph Lauren. It is Ralph's Club Elixir. Again, I think this is the best out of the line. I really do want to get the Parfum version because I think it's more versatile than this. This is way more cold weather oriented. Oh, but dude, it's so good. Very much aromatic nature, has almost a fresh blue kind of quality in the beginning of the way the aromatics come across, but it has a addition of a very noticeable iris note, like that designer, powdery, smooth iris. Nothing really waxy, nothing really, you know, makeup-y, just a smooth kind of designer iris that is noticeable from the beginning to the end of the fragrance. It brings along with it a little bit of like a smoky, incensey, almost earthy facet as well. Makes this very alluring, very sexy, very well appealing, very formal and classy as well. I think this is the classed up version out of all the line, but it's really, really good. I picked this up for like, I think for $59.99 at Ross, which is incredible pricing, especially compared to even what it is at online discounters. So I did not pass up that chance to go ahead and get it. And now even at like other rack stores, it's like $69.99. So I got it for a really good price, but absolutely love it. Really, really good, amazing performer. This thing is like eternal longevity. I could even smell it on me the next day. So easily 8+ hours longevity with a medium to loud projection. I got some compliments on this as well when I was going through checking out. I had the cashier compliment me on it. So it's a compliment puller. It's very, very nice, very, very sexy, but I'd really only try to get this if you can get it for that lower price of like under $70, because that's where you're gonna get your best deal, but still really, really good. But again, I really wanna check out the parfum version on this as well. And then today on Saturday, just chilling at the house, have nothing to do, just chilling with mama and baby, just having a good time. And I want to wear something that I think is pretty well good suited for the spring season that we're now getting in. The warmer weather is good for spring or summer. I think you can pull this off in the fall time as well. It's probably one of my personal favorites now from the Assad line from Lattafa. It is Assad Zanzibar. Not gonna be for everybody, has a very weird kind of construct about it, but I think it's been reformulated since its original release, and I think I may have the reformulation. I think it's way more appealing. To me, very, very powdery. I think it's tonka bean in this, some iris, a very noticeable iris note in here, has a creamy coconut note along with a lot of vanilla. I've described this as smelling like a drink that my mom used to make for me way back when I was a kid. When I couldn't sleep, she'd make me a warm cup of milk with a little bit of vanilla extract in it. It would help me just soothe and calm me down and help me sleep. And that's exactly what this smells like. Warm steamed milk with vanilla. Has, like I said, a lot of powdery aspects to it, a little bit of a sandalwood note in here, which adds into that creaminess. I think it's absolutely amazing. Has a little bit of a tropical vibe to it because of that coconut aspect, but I do think that it's its own thing, really. It's just a sweet, powdery iris vanilla kind of thing. It's very interesting. I don't think it has a lot strong similarities to anything in particular. I think it's really much its own thing, and I really do praise and appreciate Lattafa for trying to step out and do something different rather than just making a bunch of clones like they usually do. I think it's really good, and again, because of that unique factor, it's one of my favorites from the Assad line. Still want to get Assad bourbon, but for now, I'll be wearing this one a good bit, especially in the warm weather coming up. And there you go, guys. Those are all the things I wore through the week. Again, not a whole lot here because I didn't wear a lot of stuff in the nighttime, mainly just stuff in the daytime, but maybe as it goes back to my regular routine and as baby gets older and can, you know, if I feel more comfortable spraying a lot more stuff around him, then I'll be wearing things more both day and nighttime, trying things out more and trying to get back into the routine like I used to have, even though I know it won't be the exact same, but that's fine with me. But again, guys, if there's any of these that you own or that you want to get, please let me know what you think about them in the comments below, or other things that you would wear through the week, or things that are similar to these here that you think I should check out as well. Please let me know all that in the comments below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a thumbs up. Let me know to keep making videos just like this one. And I know that, again, this format's very different. It's a vertical format. It's less formal, less editing, and more of just a vlog style kind of deal. But I want something that's very different from the usual mainstream produced stuff I do on Fridays and through the week. I want something that's a little more personal and a little more genuine, kind of one-to-one kind of deal. And as usual, if you watch this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you see here or what you see elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and even hitting that notification bell so you can see other videos, even more than this one, that come out in the future, things that I'm working on. I'd love to have you ride along with me on this cheap fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as usual, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And as usual, I will see all of you on the next video on Friday. Be blessed.